Hello and welcome. So glad you made it to your mat today. Today we'll be focusing on a relaxing yoga flow, mainly laying down on our mats. All we'll need today are some blocks and a strap preferably, but if you don't have that, feel free to get creative. If you use a scarf as substitute for a strap, maybe books or a pillow as substitute for blocks. We'll get started laying on our backs on our mat. Ground down through the feet, gentle bend in your knees, and lift your hips all the way up to a bridge pose. We'll grab a hold of a block nearby and mindfully place the block right underneath your sacrum, not too high, not too low, and allow your hips to melt down onto your block, decompressing your spine. Draw the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall out and feel heavy. Draw your arms up overhead and maybe you grab opposite elbows or wrists. And invite a little ease into the body, a little expansion, relaxing everything down, releasing anything that may have happened before you've gotten onto your mat today and anything that might happen after you leave your mat today. Keep in mind the only thing that you have to worry about for this next few minutes is just you with your breath in your body, making shapes on your mat. Draw your knees back into center and slowly draw them in. Interlace your fingers on top of your right shin and maybe you extend your left leg long or you ground down through your left foot. If you took the extension, actively press down through your left heel and try to focus on the stretch in the left front hip, your psoas muscle. Try to internally rotate your left thigh towards your center line. So your left big toe is in line with your nose. 3 more breaths here. Gently hug your knees back in towards center, and this time interlace your fingers on top of your left shin. Maybe you extend your right leg long. Actively flex your right foot and press your right heel down into the mat. Again, internally rotating your right thigh, squeezing inner thighs. 3 more breaths. What can you release? Release the left foot back down onto the mat, ground down through the right foot. Walk your fingertips to meet your heels and try to focus on scooping your pelvis in, creating a little bit of a round in your spine and lifting your hips all the way up. Mindfully remove the block from underneath you. Inch your arms underneath you and interlace your fingers. Walk your shoulder blades underneath you to create a pillow to support you. Squeeze your palms, extend your arms. Ground down through your feet and energetically squeeze them in towards your glutes. Knees are drawing forwards. Release the bind and slowly melt down upper spine, middle spine, lower spine, finally hips. Tilt your hip points in towards your rib cage and slowly peel your hips all the way up towards the sky, coming into a high bridge. Slowly lower all the way back down, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round the spine. Peel your hips all the way back up towards the sky, high bridge. And on your inhale, slowly lower all the way back down. Create an arch in your spine, like a cat-cow pose. And slowly peel your hips all the way back up to bridge. Mindfully melt all the way back down. And take a moment to hug your knees in towards your chest. And just rock back and forth. Reset. Float the feet back down onto your mat and we'll grab a hold of our strap. We'll place the strap right on the ball mount of your right foot. Not on the toes, not in the center of your foot, right underneath. Bend and extend your knee just a few times to fire up the hamstrings. And whenever you're content, find stillness with the leg extended long and actively press your right heel up towards the ceiling, creating some resistance. Maybe you extend your left leg long and actively press your left heel down into the mat and press your right heel up towards the ceiling. Squeeze inner thighs and allow each exhale to melt away any tension you're holding on to. Maybe you explore with pointing your toes and flexing your foot. Just noticing and exploring where any physical sensations may arise with little adjustments. Grab a hold of the strap with your left hand and place your right hand on your right hip. Gently draw your leg over to the left side just a couple inches until you feel a deep stretch in your hamstring. Actively keep flexing your right heel up towards the ceiling and energetically plug your leg into your hip. Draw your hip down into the mat. Try to breathe into anything that may be arising here, allowing your breath just to release a little more, inviting a little ease into the body. Relax the jaw. Breathe. Tee your right arm out long to the side and slowly fold your leg across your body all the way over to the left. You can hover your leg and stop wherever you feel a point of resistance, or maybe you let your leg fall all the way down onto the floor. Take whatever feels best today. Draw your gaze past your right fingertips. Try to lead with your chest, twisting the spine like a towel, just getting rid of any stagnant energy trapped in the body. Slowly make your way all the way back to center with the leg, and we'll grab a hold of the strap with our right hand. Option to have your left knee bent, foot grounded down, or maybe you keep your left leg extended. Take whatever variation feels best. And slowly allow your right leg to fall out to the right side, and gently draw it all the way back to center, massaging your hip girdle. Taking it slow. Just noticing where there may be any sticky areas, and maybe you go over those spots a couple extra times. And then whenever you're content, allow the right leg to fall all the way out to the right side, again stopping wherever you feel a point of resistance. Your leg can hover at whatever angle feels best, or maybe you allow your leg to fall all the way down onto the floor. Actively flex your right foot, stamp your foot to the wall, and breathe. Mindfully come all the way back to center with your leg and gently bend your knees and release the strap from the foot. We'll draw the right ankle on top of the left knee, coming to a figure four with the legs. Actively press the right knee away from the body, maybe assisting with your right arm. And then when you're ready, interlace your fingers right behind your left thigh or on top of your left shin. Flex both feet and maybe rock back and forth to find a little movement here, or maybe rest in stillness, just noticing what is here. Keep in mind, the closer you draw the left knee towards the chest, the deeper the stretch in the outer right hip. From here, gently cross the right knee over the left knee and separate the shins about mat's distance. Lift the chest up, lift the shoulder blades up, and try to grab the outside edges of the feet or the ankles or maybe even the knees. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders down, coming to a Gomukhasana or cow face pose. And invite a little exploration into this pose. Again, do you need movement? Do you need stillness? Maybe you walk your knees in closer or farther away. Notice what would serve you best. Release the bind with the hands, keep the knees crossed, and zip the shins up together. Point the toes to the front of the room, and extend your arms out to a T. Inhale in, and on your exhale, fold your knees over to the left side, coming into a deeper spinal twist. Draw your gaze past your right fingertips. Lead with the chest. Try to breathe into the belly. Maybe uncross the knees if that feels better. Make your way all the way back to center, uncross the knees, and hug yourself in a little ball. Reset for the other side, and place your feet back down onto your mat, and extend your left leg long up to the sky. Grab a hold of the strap, and place the strap right on the ball mounts of the foot. Hold the strap with both hands, create resistance with the arms, and bend and extend the knee just a few times. If you'd like to add on, maybe you extend your right leg long, find stillness with your left leg, squeeze inner thighs, and still explore here. Maybe you point your toes and then flex your foot. Draw your right heel down, left heel up. Maybe you add on a little more resistance with the arms. Keep everything down, head, neck, and shoulders. Switch the strap over to the right hand. Wrap the strap around a few times, make sure it's tight. Place your left hand on your left hip and mindfully take your leg over to the right side just a few inches until you feel a deep sensation in the back of the leg. Keep actively pressing your left heel up towards the sky, plugging your left leg back down into your left hip. Explore, point your toes over to the right side of the room, the left side of the room. What are you holding on to here that maybe you can let go of in this area of the body? Tee your left arm out long to the side and slowly and mindfully draw your leg across your body, coming into a spinal twist. Plug your left leg into your left hip. Keep flexing left foot and gaze past your left fingertips. Twisting the spine, breathing into the belly. Take your time coming all the way back to center. And we'll grab a hold of the strap this time with our left hand. Pasha's saying hello. Ground down through your right foot, and we'll slowly take our leg over out to the left side and then back to center, massaging the hip girdle, easing into it. Maybe you extend your right leg long if you'd like to add on. And whenever you're ready, allow your left leg to fall over and out to the left side. Maybe it hovers, or maybe it reaches the ground. You focus on drawing your toes a little closer to your face. Honor wherever you're at in your practice today. Send your breath into your hips. Gently make your way all the way back to center, and we'll remove the strap from the foot. Bend your knees, and then draw your left ankle to cross over your right knee, coming to a figure 4 with your legs. Actively flex your left knee away from the body. Maybe use your left arm for assistance. Maybe you stay here today, or maybe you interlace your fingers right behind your right thigh. Actively flex both of your feet and notice where you need to go today. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you add on and you interlace your fingers on top of your shin. or draw your knee a little closer to your belly. Maybe you find movement and rock back and forth on your spine. In every pause, you get the opportunity to renew your commitment to staying present. Find your breath, stay present with your breath, and with your body at rest on your mat. And cross your left knee over your right knee. Separate your shins about mat's distance, setting up for Gomukhasana. Lift your shoulder blades up off of your mat and try to grab the outside edges of your feet from underneath. Maybe your shins or maybe your knees if that feels better today. Relax everything down, head, neck, shoulders. And do you need movement here or do you need stillness? Do you need to draw your knees further away or maybe closer? Take what you need. Release the bind with the hands and zip your shins up together. Point your toes to the front of the room with your knees still crossed. Extend your arms out to a T. Inhale. And on your exhale, fold your knees over to your right side and draw your gaze past your left fingertips. Maybe you try to glue your left shoulder down onto your mat. If you'd like to create more resistance, maybe you press your right hand into your knees. If you'd like to add less, uncross the knees and have them stacking. Twisting out any self-limiting beliefs, judgments, or expectations you may have for yourself or others. Make your way back to center, uncross the knees, and hug your knees in towards the chest. Draw your arms through your knees and grab the inside edges of the feet, coming into a happy baby pose. Flex your feet up to the sky, draw your knees in towards your armpits, and maybe you sway back and forth under the spine. Maybe you extend one leg and then the other. Maybe you even take a full straddle pose here. Take any mindful movement that just feels good today. Grab a hold of a block nearby and ground down through your feet and gently lift your hips up like we did at the beginning of practice, placing the block right underneath the sacrum. Lift the legs long up towards the sky, coming into a legs up the wall pose. This relaxes your parasympathetic nervous system or your rest and digest system. If you'd like to create the same sensation, extend your arms up long towards the sky and take a moment just to draw each individual finger back towards your face, taking a breath between each stretch. Maybe you interlace your fingers and you flip your palms out, or maybe you draw a couple circles with your wrists in one direction and then reverse. Just notice what feels good here. And then come back to your dead bug pose with legs and arms extended up towards the sky. Bring your awareness back to your breath and feel the soft rise of your belly with each inhale and gentle fall with each exhale. Put your feet all the way back down onto your mat and slowly lift your hips up and remove the block from underneath your sacrum. Extend everything long, or maybe have knees bent, knees knocking in, setting up for a final pose, Savasana. Relax your arms next to the sides of the body. Gently close your eyes or soft gaze towards your nose. And allow yourself to settle in and let go. Tune in and notice notice all of the physical meeting points between your body and the floor beneath you, supporting you. Can you invite a little ease into the body? Relax the space between the brows. Relax the forehead. Soften the eyes. Soften the cheeks. Gently part the lips. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Unclench the jaw. Relax the throat. And soften the shoulders down, away from the ears. Relax your whole entire being. And bring a fresh awareness to any sounds you may hear, or any thoughts that may arise, or any sensations in the body, and just begin again. I encourage you to stay here as long as you can. And until next time, thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.